Hey everyone, and welcome to this video. So as you can see, I'm riding passenger with a very scary driver.
Hey, what's up guys?
So this is Marcus, and he's actually going to BC. And well, I may or may not have convinced him a while back to get a Jetta wagon. Oops. Anyway, so now we actually are going to show you the car. It's right under these lights, or under the ones over there actually. A little more brightness there. We're going to show you his car and what he has done to it to prepare himself for camping for about a month straight.
Something like that.
Yeah. He's going to be camping, guys, for about a month straight. And, well, it's, sounds like it's gonna be fun. I wish I could go along, but unfortunately I have work. And so we'll turn this around to Marcus now.
Alright, well, I mean, this is the Volkswagen. I don't know where to start. I've done a few things to it. I suppose we can start in the hood. Everyone likes under the hood.
Yeah, and he hasn't done any performance mods yet, like me.
Now, I don't know how good you can see here. I got a headlamp to show. Basically what I've done is I put in a battery isolator, and this goes from my alternator over to my isolator and then to my main battery, and also wired along, and I'll show you, it goes to my back battery. So I installed a second battery in the back. You can see I have a little bit of exposed wire here, but mostly it's all good. Go to the trunk here. This is where it starts to get interesting. So the battery we have underneath the hatch with the spare tire there. Before we get there, I might as well just show you what I've got set up here. This is kind of my pride and joy of the space. What I've built here is a little bit of a bed. So this actually folds into a 6 foot by 4 foot bed. You got to be okay with a little bit of tight space to sleep in this thing. But
it's not as bad once you get in the car though, because the roof does go up, right?
Yeah, there's an indent in the roof that kind of makes it well. So this here is actually my sink, and I'll show you how it works. I use these shims to wedge it open, and I basically what I put in here is I put in my sink, which is this little tub here. So I pop this thing open, compact little thing, and I drop that in there, and this becomes my sink. Over here, put my little stove, and you put the shims down a little further and it holds itself a little better. Yeah, so I actually get myself a little kitchen with running water. I fill this up 7.5 liters. I could get a bigger one, but for now this is my my little cook station.
That takes more room to transport too, though, if you get a bigger one.
That's right. So for now it's sort of it's a space I can use. I even got a little stool here I can set up in the back, and when I'm cooking, just kind of chill out here. So this is sort of the kitchen bed area, but I'll show you a little bit more. If I close this up, I'm just gonna leave this stuff up top so you can see how it all goes. So here's my cook set, my sleeping pad, which goes on here. It's a great one.
How thick is that sleeping pad?
Rest. It's about 2.5 inches thick.
Wow, that's actually pretty good.
It inflates. It's a pretty small thing. It's supposed to be about the size of an Nalgene. It's a little bit bigger, but it's meant for winter camping. So this can handle, if you have the proper sleeping bag, up to -20, -30 weather. So it's pretty good. Here I've got hardwired in.
Grab the headlight to show a little bit.
Yeah, so I'll show you here. This is my cooler. You can see it turns on here. There's the cold. So this is a pretty good space. There's it's just a little cooler here. This will do you about 20 degrees below the temperature of the air. And the temperature below the bed here stays a lot cooler. So in the summer it actually stays pretty cold. There's also a warmer on this cooler, but we've got it hardwired into this battery I was talking about. So this battery is actually accessible.
Skateboard's in the way, I think.
Yeah, so what I actually have to do I think the lock. Can you cut at this point?
Wait a sec. Go ahead.
So this right here is where we have our battery located. So you can see here the battery, the wire comes in to positive and then it's grounded over here. This is a 105 amp hour marine battery. So the idea is that this thing can run my cooler 24 hours off a full charge and stay above 50% battery life. So that's great for me. I can always have a fridge. It's really tight, but having the bed allows lots of storage. So I'm going to show you the garage, I like to call it. You can kind of access it from both sides. This side's a little bit messy right now because it's I'm just getting
very garagey.
I gotta drop some stuff off at some people's houses that don't belong to me, but in the garage I keep some camping tools. I got a machete, but mostly what I keep in my garage are things for rock climbing. This is a slack line. I got my climbing rope here and a hammock. This is where I keep all the stuff for my outdoor sports. So I'm gonna eventually have a snowboard under the bed and some extra stuff on top of the roof rack. So I keep all the stuff that I need for my adventures, doing climbing expeditions and backcountry camping. But this is kind of the essence of what I tried to create here, was just something that I could.
And this bed does go bigger too, doesn't it?
The bed does go bigger, so this actually goes on here. In the back, there's the seat folds down, and you put on a shelf once I get rid of all this stuff here. And it's actually, if I want, I can sleep 2 people if they're both comfortable with a low ceiling. The only other thing I'd say about this that I'm really happy I did was I ordered a bug net. So I have a big bug net that goes on the trunk of this. It just comes over to about here, and I can set up 2 lawn chairs in there. I can do my cooking and not worry about any bugs. There's, you know, I keep my skateboard, some other stuff here. But all in all, it's more of a project. I mean, in time, I'm gonna get it more efficient. But I just wanted something that would function as a sort of a home with very low maintenance. You know, I mean, there's not a lot that this thing provides except for the essentials. Having a little kitchen, a little place to sleep if I can't set up my tent in time. If I'm in a rush and and it's raining, I can just pull over and sleep in the back. So to me, this is all I need for being on the road and trying to save some money. So this is
better than paying $100 a night at a hotel.
That's right. Yeah, you can do pretty well here. The insurance is about $2,000 for the year, and then I've got gas expenses, which are basically based on how much I need to drive, and then groceries.
Hey, they're not gas expenses.
That's right. If you want to be specific, I run diesel. It's a 1.9 diesel BEW engine. I usually get about 850 kilometers to a $50 tank in Canada. So it's pretty good. I think you probably get to BC in about maybe $250. It's not
pretty
bad.
cheap.
Yeah, considering that if you take a flight, you're going to need to rent a car when you're there. Having your car with you is a good option. Anyways, this is Volkswagen.
What have you done to it for the last week to get it prepared for this trip, though?
Well, apart from the things that I showed you that I did myself, the wiring and whatnot, I actually put some new Michelins on it. They're just, I mean, they're supposed to be a long-lasting tire, and you know, I'm mostly gonna be putting highway mileage on it. So I went for it's not so much for terrain as much as it's for longevity. You can see that the treads on this thing are about almost a half-inch thick or so. So It's pretty good.
Yeah, I've had these tires before. They were, for the short time I had the car before someone decided to hit me right around the corner from here, actually. They were pretty good. But, yeah, this is a, it's a pretty nice setup there. I would love to have a bed in the back of my wagon too, but I just use the trunk space a little too much to be able to do that. And the other thing we did was we fixed this window. For some reason, somehow, the clip up here came loose and it dropped the window off somehow. I've never seen it happen before, but it happened. But yeah, that is anything else you'd like to add that you've done, or?
Well, I haven't done too much more, but Mike here installed a radio for me. I don't know if you want to check it out.
Oh yeah.
It's not a bad little feature. It's nice to have Bluetooth.
Yeah, it's the it's a Kenwood Bluetooth radio. It's no remote, nothing fancy really, just a basic little radio that can get the job done. And the beauty to these dashes, if anyone knows how tight these dashes are, there's no CD player in this radio. All it is a media radio. So there's no CD player, so it's a very thin, what word am I trying to go for here? It's
Compact.
Yeah, that's it. Let's go with that. Very compact radio. And it's the depth of it isn't that much, so all the wiring is very easily hidden behind it and very easy to fit in behind it too. So yeah, that's
I want to step out and do a quick walk around.
and he's got 246,382 kilometers on it now. Let's see what it's got when he gets back in September.
And you can see it's pretty easy to just put it away. You got it all back intact. This is generally how I leave it. Sometimes I leave the mattress set up. Then I got an air mattress set up. But anyways, this is the Volkswagen Jetta. So
Don't you love your wagon?
yeah, I gotta admit that going with the wagon was beneficial. Saves a lot of money. It's long enough for the things that I want to do with the bed and such. And these things pull. You know, I got the hitch on here. For a little car, factory says it can tow 1,500 pounds. The manual transmission.
2,500 pounds.
Yeah, Volkswagen guys typically go for more like 3,000. So we'll see what it can do. I might be putting a trailer on this if I want to stay out a little longer, and then, you know, maybe make a bit more of a long ride. Yeah, that's it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, guys, what do you think? You think he's got a good setup for sleeping? Good setup for camping? The only thing I think I would hate. What's that?
Of course, I'll have a tent with me.
It's true, yes. The only thing I don't like about it is roof bars. I hate them on all the time on these wagons because they just make so much noise. But I can understand for the reason of going across the country and having a cargo box.
Yeah, well, maybe if we get a little air blocker, vent the air up above, pass it up.
Yeah. Figure out something to reduce the wind noise because they do get pretty loud. But anyways, guys. Oh, yeah, and if you're wondering, this is a 2006 wagon. So, 2006 Volkswagen Jetta TDI wagon. Thanks for watching. If you like this video, please hit that like button, as well as subscribe for more. Have a great day, everyone.